bekas sebuah kapal perang.
Merupakan kapal perang yang pertama ditenggelamkan secara resmi untuk menjadi kawasan penyelaman.
Inilah satu yang baru, orang lama datang untuk tujuan yang baru.
The Department of Marine Parks Malaysia has carved a niche in history through the scientific method of conservation and management of marine parks and their resources. A fine example is its concerted efforts in the construction of artificial reefs and conservation of underwater aquatic life. Operating under the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment, this department is responsible for the protection of marine life biodiversity and the monitoring of recreational and other activities that pose a threat to the country's priceless marine habitat. The Department of Marine Parks Malaysia and the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency have joined forces to sink one of Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency's patrol vessels, Kapal Maritim Sipadan, or KM Sipadan, based in Kuantan. The vessel was towed from the Kuantan River estuary to Tioman Island, namely the Sawadee Wrecks dive site. It will be submerged into the island seabed as an artificial reef. The meticulous planning process undertaken by both departments marks a new chapter, particularly in the conservation and protection of marine life biodiversity. Indeed, so far there has never been any attempt to tug and sink a patrol vessel of any kind before this collaboration. Sinar Tioman Enterprise, the contractor charged with the responsibility, has without a doubt proven that nothing is impossible with meticulous planning. The whole work process involves a joint and collective effort, beginning with fastening the rope at the bottom of the sea to secure the vessel's position. In a nutshell, it takes the cooperation and dedication of the whole team to make the historical mission a success. Tioman Island, Pahang, the setting for the momentous event of welcoming the warrior vessel. The vessel will be submerged at the Sawadee Wrecks dive site, replacing the current wreck. The 1964 German-made vessel was previously known as Kapal Diraja Sri Sarawak or KD Sri Sarawak, before being commissioned as Kapal Maritim Sipadan or KM Sipadan. It served the Royal Malaysian Navy faithfully for 42 years as a war vessel, before being handed over to the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency in 2005.
Ianya adalah sebuah kapal bekas sebuah kapal perang yang telah berkhidmat dalam tentera laut Diraja Malaysia selama 42 tahun sebagai KD Sri Sarawak. Dan selepas berkhidmat dengan tentera laut, kapal ini telah diucapkan taliahnya daripada TLEM dan diserahkan kepada Maritim Malaysia pada tahun 2005.
The 7-meter-high, 31.4-meter-wide and 109-ton ship then was commissioned as a patrol vessel, closely monitoring any intrusion into the waters of the exclusive economic zone. It is armed with a 40-70mm Bofors or 7.62mm general-purpose machine gun to protect the crew while on patrolling operation.
Masa di dalam APMM ni telah banyak memberi jasa dari segi penguasaan undang-undang maritim di kawasan zon maritim Malaysia, terutama di perairan Pahang ni. Kapal ni sebenarnya dah berpangkalan di Tanjung Gelang dan beroperasi di kawasan perairan Pahang.
The decision to lay to rest the once robust and mighty vessel came about after a big fire inflicted serious damage on its bow area.
Kos untuk membaik pulih kapal yang terbakar tu tak salah saya 2 juta. Jadi untuk menjimatkan kos tu, kita buat keputusan untuk lupuskan kapal ni dan kita serahkan kepada siapa yang berminat.
And so, at the end of 2011, the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency decommissioned KM Sipadan. The biggest challenge for the Department of Marine Parks Malaysia was to choose the best method to tug and sink KM Sipadan off Tioman Island. A local company was entrusted by the Department of Marine Parks Malaysia to carry out the project. The reputed transportation company rose to the challenge, proving itself worthy of the task, despite understanding the risks ahead. The vessel's engine and cannon was stripped to be used as spare parts for other ships and to facilitate the cleaning process. On Sunday, 25th March 2012, the Kuantan-based vessel is towed to Tioman Island. The 100 nautical mile trip was fraught with challenges and obstacles, keeping everyone anxious. Despite proper planning, natural factors like the current condition of the Kuantan River estuary and strong winds serve to complicate the mission. As the vessel is about to pass under the narrow Kuantan River bridge, it suddenly goes off course. High anxiety hangs in the air as it could spell trouble for both the vessels. Unfortunately, things take a turn for the worse. The tow rope snaps due to the strain of the tugging vessel. The contractor is unfazed, ready to tackle the problem with an alternative solution. Side-by-side tugging is then employed to allow both vessels to pass underneath the bridge. This turns out to be more convenient and efficient. The contractor's know-how and skills overcame the complication. The vessel finally crosses the Kuantan River Bridge at a speed of 10 knots. One of the most famous islands in Malaysia, Tioman is notable for its pristine beaches, providing visitors with an atmosphere of peace and calm away from the hustle and bustle of the city. It requires no mention that Tioman Island is a diver's paradise, a perfect spot to experience the wonders of the marine life at the bottom of the sea.
Taman Laut sekarang ini telah menjadi salah satu dipanggil life site kepada Malaysian Mega Biodiversity Hub, dan salah satu target ataupun objektif utama bagi MBPH tadi adalah ekopelancongan. So, bagi ekopelancongan, kita kena sentiasa menambahkan produk-produk baru.
It took about 10 hours for KM Sipadan to be towed from Kuantan to Tioman Island. As planned, the cleaning works start immediately. The engine's cover is taken off to facilitate the removal of waste materials from the bottom part of the vessel. The rough and choppy waters around the island's cargo jetty presents quite a challenge for the cleaning crew. However, the cleaning task is a must before the ship is sunk. It takes 2 days for the whole cleaning process to be completed. This is to ensure that the vessel does not retain any harmful residue that could pollute the sea and endanger its inhabitants. A few small holes are drilled into some of the compartments of the vessel to facilitate the sinking process. A big hole is also made for divers' easy access into the vessel's interior. This will provide them the opportunity to get up close and personal with the ship at the bottom of the sea. Known as Sawadee Wrecks, this dive site off Tioman Island is a hotspot for both local and international scuba divers.
Sawadee ni dia dah famous. Tinggal dia buat kayu, so dia dah scattered, dia dah pecah. So sorry, setelah perbincangan dibuat dengan pengarah negeri Pahang, kita putuskan untuk tahu di situ untuk menggantikan Sawadee.
Sawadee Wreck was chosen as the site to sink the ship, owing to its depth of 31 meters, which satisfies the needs of recreational divers, apart from qualifying as the nearest wreck dive site from the shore. Abdul Manap, fondly known as Pak Manap, is a Department of Marine Parks Malaysia personnel with vast experience on things involving the sea. He shoulders the responsibility of supervising the technical aspects of the project, including the crucial one of determining the vessel's position before and after its sinking. A lot of things have to be taken into account. For instance, natural factors like the state of water current at the bottom of the sea.
Bila nak ditenggelamkan, kita kena ikut arus. So, kalau kita melintang arus, kemungkinan besar kapal itu akan balik ditolak arus. So dia mesti haluan ataupun dia punya belakang stern dia menghadap arus.
To get the position right, Pak Manap lowers a long rope to be fastened and tied to some previously sunk weights. For it to sink to the desired position, all four sides of the vessel's body needs to be tied to stabilize it. At 8 a.m., the personnel of the Department of Marine Parks Malaysia go on a final round of inspection. This is to ensure that the vessel has been thoroughly cleaned and is positioned accordingly. Water is pumped into the vessel so that it is lowered to a certain level before being fully submerged. For the first time ever, islanders and visitors are afforded the rare chance of witnessing a historic event on the island. Held at the Tioman Island Marine Park Centre, the event was graced by Yang Berhormat Datuk Captain Bersara Haji Muhammad Johari Haji Hussein, the State Assemblyman for Tioman. It was also witnessed by the Department of Marine Parks Malaysia's Director General, Dr. Sukarno Wagiman, as well as the Kuantan District Maritime Enforcement Chief, Captain Maritime Abdul Aziz Idrus. A group of divers from government and non-government agencies and personnel from the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency and Department of Marine Parks Malaysia participated in the event as well.
Pada tahun ini pula alhamdulillah kita dapat kerjasama yang erat daripada APMM. Mereka hadiahkan kepada kita satu kapal yang bersejarah untuk dijadikan kapal ataupun wreck diving site.
The sinking of KM Sipadan corresponds with the main objective of the Department of Marine Parks Malaysia to lessen the adverse impact and stress inflicted on the marine biodiversity. The new artificial reef adds an alternative to the wreck dive site and new space for the development of the surrounding marine life. The divers are first briefed on the vessel's position and on what to expect during the sinking exercise. Safety measures are given top priority when diving at the wreck dive site. Filled with anticipation and anxiety, guests, divers and members of the public then get on board the Wan Permata, a patrol vessel owned by the Department of Marine Parks Malaysia, and head towards the sinking location, accompanied by other small boats. Emotions run high among those present to witness the historic event. Before long, water is pumped into the vessel's body. Slowly but steadily, it begins to sink. Without a doubt, emotions are stirred among those who are privy to the vessel's contributions in protecting and safeguarding the country's coastline. It took around 40 minutes for KM Sipadan to be fully submerged underwater. In passing, the Sea Warrior might have ended its journey as a war and patrol vessel, but then its sinking actually marks its beginning as an artificial reef, a habitat for the marine life. Evidently, the sinking of KM Sipadan will increase the popularity of Tioman Island as a wreck dive site, which will draw local and international divers. It is hoped that the vessel will contribute to the development of Pahang's tourism industry, particularly that of Tioman Island.
Kalau mengikut kajian-kajian yang dijalankan mengenai tukun tiruan, artificial reef, dia akan mula ditumbuhi oleh organisma marine ni dalam tempoh antara 4 hingga 6 bulan. Itu peringkat yang pertama. Dan kita akan turun monitor apakah perkembangan dari segi ekologinya. So dari situlah kita akan maklumkan kepada tourism kepada sesiapa, katakan tukun ataupun kapal kita ni telah menjadi satu tempat yang lebih menarik. Kalau dulu hanya kita nampak besi keseluruhannya, mungkin dalam masa 6 bulan tu dah ada mula tumbuh batu karang dari ikan. Jadi satu tempat yang lebih menarik.
Advanced diving license is required for divers who wish to explore the wreck dive site.
Untuk menyelam di kapal karam, biasanya kita memerlukan lesen yang lebih advance. So ini adalah memberi peluang kepada 21 atau 22 dive shop yang ada di Tioman ini untuk menawarkan tambahan ataupun mempunyai peluang untuk mendapat peserta bagi meningkatkan lesen mereka kepada advance pada masa depan. Jadi tenggelamnya kapal ini akan memberi peluang kepada mereka untuk menambahkan lagi pendapatan melalui kursus-kursus dive lah, advance.
The wreck site opens up new opportunities for the scuba diving industry in Tioman Island.
Lokasi yang telah dilaburkan, kapal yang telah dilaburkan itu memang amat bersesuaian, di mana dia di tengah-tengah pulau, boleh menjadi satu produk yang meluas, yang mana mungkin di kawasan Tioman ni untuk pergi deep dive amat limited lah, sebab kawasan-kawasan tu ada tak banyak yang deep dive, dan kalau deep dive tak ada barang pun tak guna juga.
Divers who have dived at the wreck dive site share their experience.
Kita dari atas tu tadi kita dah nampak dah bentuk kapal tu. Kita dah nampak dia punya bayang-bayang lah. Jadi kita menyelam kita tengok memanglah dah di brief power around 25 hingga 30 meter kan. Jadi bila kita sampai tu memang pertama memang gambar memang tak putus-putus lah ambil lah, sebab kita nak tengok keadaan dia bila berada dalam air kan. Dia sebagai tukun ni kapal perang
The clear visibility underwater made diving easier. Indeed, diving through the vessel's body gives one a whole new fascinating experience.
Satu masuk tengah, pergi belakang, keluar. Lepas tu satu lagi masuk tengah, keluar depan.
From a war vessel to a robust patrol ship safeguarding the country's coastline, KM Sipadan's untiring service will always be remembered, although it is now resting in peace. The vessel is now a center for coral development, a sanctuary for aquatic life beneath the waters of Tioman Island. The latest addition to the wreck dive site does not only contribute to the betterment of marine ecology, but also contributes to the tourism industry, which will in turn spur the economic growth of the country.
Satu tarikan yang baru, yang mana orang lama dah biasa dive site di sekitar sini ada 42 dive site, inilah satu yang baru, orang lama datang untuk tujuan yang baru.
This historic event is a tribute to a sea warrior par excellence and an important milestone as far as the marine heritage of Malaysia is concerned.